Hey, how y'all doing today? So, as you know, if you see me, it's Education Day. So today, I'm really excited to talk to you guys because you see on the top of it, we're going to be talking about how is sex after herpes. Okay, how is sex after herpes? Before we jump into that, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. You know, I gotta tell y'all that because I haven't did that in a while. So make sure you do that. Also, make sure you know if you need to talk to me, I am nothing but a session away. Go to www.stdlifecoach.com and book a session. If you are dealing with outbreaks, okay, cuts, bumps, itching, burning, you're dealing with those things and you need natural products. If you want things that you can apply on your external genitals or oral, I have them for you in my Overcomer store, guys. They are the bomb. Great products. If you deal with hair bumps or boils, I got something for that, which is the Bump Blaster. So I'm telling you, go there, Overcomer store, okay? So I just want to get that out first. Now, I want you guys to understand that sex after, or how to have sex, or how sex is going to be after herpes is really not as different as you think it is, okay? The only difference is your mind and how you are cautious. Literally, like, no lie. Like, the only thing that is truly different, the act's not different. You're still doing the same things you did before. If you lick, you do it. If you do it. All of it's the same. If you're into certain things that you do in your sexual bedroom, you can still do all of it, okay? None of that changed. But what changed, what's different is your mindset. You don't have this free, happy-go-lucky, nothing got happened to me, or no risk involved mindset no more. It's gone. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that mindset of what ifs, like that, literally, like, you have a what if mindset in a sense. And I think that's one of the hardest things, is that you now have a mindset of considering what could happen. And we're not taught that prior. We're not taught risk in sex. We're not. We only say, oh, you can get pregnant, you can get an STI. And let's be honest, half of us was like, not I, it'll never happen to me. I choose my men wisely, man. Nah, bro, I would never mess with a girl who get around like that. These are the words we all have said once upon a time, or thought. And now look at us now, and we're looking like, but I wouldn't even, but dang, like, what my situation was, or may not even ask for this. You know? So my whole thing is, we typically had a mindset that it will never happen. So you never really had a mindset of being fully cautious. Okay, and not thinking and asking certain questions and having very much more open communication on what would happen if, or how will we deal with if this, or, you know, things like that. We all typically, if you're in a relationship, you think STD only come out of somebody cheating. No, most people go into relationships and don't ask no status. Okay, listen, most people go into relationships and don't ask no status. They don't see no papers. They just take word for and things like that. Or people went to go get tested. They went tested too early. It could be a false negative. They never went to go get tested again. They did not finish their treatments. Listen to me, y'all. You got to finish your treatment with your gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. Okay, finish your treatments. Trichomania, finish your treatments. Okay, listen to me, ladies. You got bacterial vaginosis. You got yeast. Finish your treatments. I'm saying this to you because at the end of the day, most of us, just say if it's an individual, and if this is you, listen, I'm saying this to all of us. Finish your treatments. If you get an antibiotic, you have to complete it for make sure the bacteria is completely gone, or the bacteria, or the parasite is completely gone, which is trichomania, okay? It's no other way it's going to go away. You have to complete. Just because you're feeling better does not mean you do not finish all your medicine. Listen, I'm being honest, because this is something that a lot of us are doing, and we ain't telling the truth. And then you get in your relationship and you're like, man, oh yeah, I know I got gonorrhea from my last boyfriend, or I got gonorrhea for this situation, and I thought it was gone. And now my boyfriend coming yelling and screaming at me, or my girlfriend yelling and screaming at me because they ain't feeling good and find out have it. They think I cheated. And I did it. Didn't finish medicine. That may be your story. Okay? That may be your story. You did not finish your medicine. finish y'all medicine. Okay, I'm being so honest. Like, finish the medicine. So, I want us to understand that the sexual act will not change. Your mind will. Now, when it comes to your mind, you have to understand it's communication between both of y'all. And this is what's not. I think we don't take our minds to sex in a sense. Like, I'm learning, we don't really take our minds with us. We take our pleasure thoughts, but we don't take our mind and communication into the bedroom. I don't know why, but we don't. Or prior to the bed, we do not. We just like, man, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna do it, and oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Sound great, but we're not having very much, especially if you have this diagnosis, you're in a relationship. You need to have conversations a lot. That, oh, I got it, I disclose and I'm done. No, like, I'm telling you, no. It's not gonna help you when you're got your legs above your head and you scared. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be head that you're stroking her and you're scared. Like, that's not helping because you have not had enough conversations on, okay, if I'm having an outbreak, what do you want me to say to you? What are we gonna do when I'm having an outbreak and we can't do genital? Or I'm having an outbreak orally and I can't perform on you, which I know you like. How are we gonna maneuver through this? Have conversations like this. Okay, so what we gonna do if you end up finding out a year or so later that you do have it? How are we gonna maneuver that? How do you want me to mentally support you? Are you gonna blame me? Are you gonna be mad at me? Are you gonna want to end the relationship? This is tough conversations, y'all. These are tough, because I'm telling you, it's not always that you're gonna give your partner, but if it happened, how are they gonna respond? Remember, I want to be real honest with y'all. Most of the time, people are going to believe that they'll never get it. And the chances are, possibly not. But when they do, they tend to like lose their bubble sometimes. Have conversations prior to this. I know my last boyfriend, we were together. He knew when I first had it, like when we first dated, he knew. He even came up to my like support group and talked and everything. All right? No. Later on, we was not sexually active in our first half of our relationship. The first time we was in a relationship, we were not having sex. The second part of our relationship, we got in a relationship again, we did start having sex. And he ended up having a bump come up in his pubic area. And he was like, babe, like, what is this? I was like, well, to be honest, it looked like an outbreak. He was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And so, how are you feeling? Man, I don't know. I said, well, just go get tested. I don't know. I had to literally tell him like, well, I don't know, man. I'm going to do research. I said, really? You just insulted me. I do this for a living. But I said, but you got to remember, you knew. You knew. You knew. So I had to kind of give him a little tough love, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, excuse me. You knew. And if you got questions, I got you. And I end up putting my products on them and start going away. But it's conversation that needs to be had, y'all. He was shook for like 2 days. Which I'm not telling you, you know, telling you to deal with your partner like I did with mine. I was able to deal with him that way because I can. I'm disabled. But at the end of the day, you have to have conversations. Like, have conversation on how y'all want to maneuver through sex. Do y'all still want to do oral? Ask your partner if they're scared to do oral now. Have the conversations, y'all. That's why a lot of y'all are like scared to have sex, because you're not having a conversation with your partner. You're not telling your partner that you're having an outbreak, and now you're just avoiding them talking about your period on, talking about you tired, you don't feel good. And it been months, like it been a whole month that you feeling bad. Your partner look at you like, okay, did I do something wrong? Did I offend you? We were just having sex all last month, and now we're not having sex at all. Like, it been weeks and you've been avoiding me. You barely want me to touch you. You irritable. Talk. I don't want to bring it up because it makes me feel low again. You already disclosed. I'm being honest. You already disclosed. This person understand your, like, they should have a full understanding of what they're accepting. You can go to them and say, babe, I'm having an outbreak. I can't have genital. What else do you want to do? What else do you want to do? Y'all gonna get creative? You gotta get creative. So I'm saying this because a lot of you believe that, you know, the act is gonna be, the act is not really, the act is not different. It's just how you think about it. It's how you move in it, and it's how you communicate what's going on with your mind and your partner's mind. I'll talk to people who are in a relationship like, man, I'm worried. I don't been sexual act when a dude, he was like, he used to freeze up. Y'all, listen, I'm keeping it real. This dude used to freeze. I mean, freeze and talking crazy. Like, I swear I thought something was wrong with him. I was like, are you good? I'm good, I'm good. And literally, he was drunk most of the time we were together. He was nervous. And later on, I was like, what's wrong with you? I had to ask him, like, bro, what's like, we had sex, what? We tried, like, it was 2 times. First time, he was beyond drunk. He barely even remember half of the situation. I didn't even know he was that drunk. The second time, he had been drinking, but I ain't tripped because I drank a little bit with him. And he was just acting funky. So after that, I was like, bro, what is wrong with you? You good? And he was like, man, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm kind of nervous. I was like, why you didn't say that? Like, why you didn't say anything? We don't have to have sex. I ain't tripping. We ain't got to do anything if you don't want to. But I'm looking like, if you're nervous, you need to communicate with me. And I tell y'all, ask your partner if they're nervous. Ask your partner if they're scared. Because I'm telling you, they're not going to perform like you want them to perform all the time if they are scared. And they have the right to be scared. But if they're scared, y'all don't need to be doing anything at the moment. Just pause. Sex ain't going nowhere. Wait. Make sure your partner is happy so y'all can enjoy it. And you can enjoy it. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So I just want to bring that up because y'all wanted me to talk about sex, but I'm realizing we're not dealing with the mental. It's not the act. I love you guys.